everybody, and welcome to another edition of Poland Daily Travel. This time we're still in Szczecin. If you watched yesterday's episode, you had a little introduction to this city, this fifth largest city in Poland on the Oder River. And here, it's really amazing. This is an industrial city that rivals any city, I would say, on the Rhine. Except the ones right on the coast. It is full of activity. There are large boats. There are large sightseeing boats, ocean-going boats, or sea-going boats. And here's one just taking off now with some people probably going out to have lunch on it. Beautiful stuff. Behind me, you'll see a tanker down there. The red tanker in the distance. And a series of cranes that extending all the way down the river as far as I can see. Cranes, cranes, and more cranes. Millions and millions of tons of cargo come through Szczecin. Some of it from the sea, coming down from Świnoujście, and some of it cross-border. This is a transit town, and it has the real feeling of a transit town, only this time the river becomes serious. It's not like Wrocław, a pretty town, where the river is an embellishment of the local architecture and culture and history, and an origin of the town. Here, as the river flows through, goes to the Szczecin Canal, which is more like a bay, the Szczecin Lagoon, which is more like a bay. You get a sense of just how vital and impressive the commercial activity in this town really is. But not only, there are great historical, there are great museums here and buildings of historical value dating from hundreds of years in the German Empire, under the German control, including the German Empire, from 1870 to 1945. And the legacy of those times is rich and available, but it's contemporary Szczecin which is most impressive for us. Here you can come and get on a boat and go straight out to the sea. It's 100 kilometers. You might see in the distance this boat turning around in the middle. That's a very large boat. You wouldn't be able to turn around like that in Wrocław. We getting the boat there? Yes? There we go. Turning around, full bore in the middle of the river there. And it's going to head it on an excursion towards the Baltic. People will be enjoying some nice lunch on that. Oh, you see, it's actually, it says Basel, Switzerland, so I don't know if it goes out and goes along the Baltic or what. But certainly the owners are from Basel. How about that? Well, there you are. Perfect, just to illustrate my point that about the size of the boats that travel here and the commerce on the river. It's exciting stuff, actually, if you like the sea. A little bit, a little bit scary down by the wharves, but also very exciting. Vibrant, you can feel it in the air. Okay, watch the trailer, and we'll be back to finish this episode for you. I'm Will Richardson in Szczecin, and I'm waiting to see you after the trailer. I hope you enjoyed the trailer because we've got some really, really beautiful pictures that I hope will inspire you to come and drive along the Oder River, the Oder River, as the Poles say, and will inspire you to see Pomerania. As, the other parts are fantastic too. But in Szczecin, particularly, as I was saying before, you get that sense of a river, a working river, an important seaport, and also the grandeur and magnificence of its industrial past, because you don't get buildings like this one behind me unless you've had a pretty successful commercial past. Of course, that's the government building of Western Pomerania, of which Szczecin is the capital, with its 400 going on for 500,000 inhabitants. It's the 5th biggest city in Poland, slightly smaller than, say, Wrocław, Gdansk. Now, if you count the Tri-Cities together, Gdansk and Sopot and Gdynia, it's nearly 1 million or a little over. But Szczecin is one of the main cities, one of the anchor cities of Poland. Szczecin, the Tri-Cities, Gdansk, as I said, Sopot and Gdynia, Warsaw, the capital, Krakow, the ancient capital, and Lublin, the capital of the East, and of course Wrocław. Not to mention Poznan, which is halfway between. No, it's not. It's closer to where we are now, but still not that far from Wrocław. Just a couple of hours drive. Now, we are going to get in the car and head north, about covering that last 100 kilometers of the journey to the coast, to Międzyzdroje. Try and say that name, Międzyzdroje. Look it up on the map. It's next to Świnoujście, which is the westernmost Polish port on the Baltic. We're going to be heading that way along the Oder River, and then we'll be finishing up our tour of the Oder, which has taken us several trips and a lot of episodes, because it is the second biggest, not in terms of length, but certainly the second most important river in Poland after the Vistula, the Warta being the third largest. Thank you for watching. I'm Will Richardson in Szczecin, Poland, on the border with Germany and on the Oder River.